Hi, welcome. If you've never seen a video from me before ever, hi, my name is Spencer. I use he, they pronouns, and this video is about Satanic Imagery. It is like the fourth video in a series I have all about Satanism, so if you're interested in that, maybe you should like and subscribe and go watch that playlist. After this video, of course. There have been many symbols over time that have been associated with Satan, and in this video I'm going to be covering some of the most iconic ones and their meanings. So let's start off with a fun one. The cross of St. Peter, which is like the upside down cross. It's actually a Christian symbol that comes from the crucifixion of St. Peter. During his crucifixion, he basically said that, like, I don't feel worthy of being killed in the same way as Jesus, so you should, like, put me upside down, which is where we get the upside down cross. This symbol ended up becoming a satanic symbol after a cult leader named Eugene Ventris was the first to wear the inverted cross. His religious group was heavily criticized by the Catholic Church because they committed acts of homosexuality and masturbating on religious items and altars, and also holding black masses in the nude. Pretty fun. But after that, many TV shows began using the upside down St. Peter's cross for their interpretation of Satanism, I guess. I don't know if they did it because of the cult leader, or if they were just like, you know, oh, cross but upside down must be evil. I would imagine it's probably more so, at least like in American TV shows, it's probably just the upside down cross equals evil aspect rather than the history around the cult leader, but who's to say. Our next satanic symbol, you know him, you love him, Baphomet. Baphomet similarly also kinda comes from Christianity, not really. Baphomet was originally associated with the Knights Templar. It was believed that the Knights Templar worshipped Baphomet in a sense, even though there's really no like evidence for that. The Knights Templar ended up getting like tortured and largely like executed because a lot of people thought that they were like doing all these unholy things, like participating in like black masses and like desecrating crosses and like doing homosexuality and indecent kissing. So it's pretty unlikely that they actually worship Baphomet, but either way, Baphomet is heavily associated with the Knights Templar. The symbol of Baphomet that we know today, not the Sigil of Baphomet, but the actual like symbol of the goat guy going like this, you know, it actually comes from a drawing by Eliphas Levi, who had no connections to the Knights Templar, but he saw like etchings or drawings on the walls in one of the buildings that they inhabited of like bearded guys with breasts and horns, and he also saw depictions of witches' sabbaths, and he basically drew what he saw there and basically said this is Baphomet. So that's where we get like the actual drawing itself, and from there, just like, you know, it looks cool, so people were like, yeah, that's evil, it's gotta be Satan, I guess. Tying into Baphomet, we have, of course, the Sigil of Baphomet. The Sigil of Baphomet has roots back to the 19th century, but generally as we know it today, we know it from the Church of Satan, and also the Satanic Temple, but, you know, the Church of Satan came first, so there. The Sulfur crosses are a series of symbols that represent like fire, brimstone, obviously sulfur, and they're generally associated with like hell. So that makes sense. There's not really a lot of explanation that has to go into that one. Fire, brimstone, hell, Satan, got it. The Sigil of Lucifer is actually a theistic Satanist symbol, meaning that these people who hold the symbol actually do believe in Satan as a deity. It originates in the 18th century from the book The True Grimoire, which I'm thinking about reading for this series, which is a book all about invoking demons and evil spirits. Now I quickly want to describe the differences between the Pentacle and the pentagram, because they tend to get confused a lot. The pentacle is a symbol in pagan belief. It is a star that is surrounded by a circle, and what specifically makes it a pentacle is when the point of the star is pointed upwards. Each point of the star has its own meaning. Sometimes for some people who also are Christians and pagan, it can represent like the 5 places where Jesus was like hurt in his crucifixion. And then for a lot of like non-Christian pagans, it can represent the 5 elements, which are earth, fire, air, soul, and water, I believe. And a pentagram is very similar. It's a star inside of a circle, but the point part is pointed down. So the top of the star creates a V, like this. That thing. That's a pentagram. And that represents Satanism. And we can see that in a lot of satanic symbols, like the Sigil of Baphomet by the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple. And it also is just used a lot in general for like edgy people wanting to do satanic worship, even though a lot of them don't even know what that means. I'm talking about like edgy teenagers, that sort of thing. I say as a literal fucking teenager, but still. Quick warning for the next part of this video. Something I did not see coming. I did not see this. Fascism. Just fascism. I'm letting you know that like there's some fascism ahead with this, and something that still exists to this day. So if you can bear to hear about this, I absolutely recommend that you do. The septenary symbol is used by an extremely far-right satanic group called the Order of the Nine Angels. This group was founded by David Myatt and is based in the UK. This group believes that Judeo-Christian society will lead to the downfall of satanic, pagan, Aryan people. And this group originated in the 1960s and rose to public eye in the 1980s. I'm largely telling you about this symbol, one, so that you can, keep an eye out for any people you did not see, but also so that I can let you know that this group has locations in North Carolina, England, Karelia, Montenegro, British Columbia, and Finland. And the main reason that I decided to include this in this video is because I shit you not, I was going to get a coffee this morning and the guy in front of me had a tattoo of an iron cross. If you don't know what an iron cross is, it is a symbol that was used by the Prussian army at one point, and then it was later adopted by the people I did not see. And largely today it is still used as a white supremacist symbol. There are some people who kind of use it for shock value, but I kid you not, there was just a guy hanging out, just existing in the world with an iron cross just out in the open on his leg. So, very jarring for me to see personally. But also, I just want to let you know, because I feel like, if there's a symbol that represents fascists, you should probably know about it. So, there you go. And if you do ever see this symbol or any other fascist symbol on a person, for one thing, you should ask them if they know what it means. If it's not like a super obvious one. Like, not everyone knows what the Iron Cross is, but everyone knows what that other symbol is. You know what I'm talking about? The main one. And if they do know why they're wearing it, and they very openly tell you, hey, I'm a fascist, you should punch them. That being said, this video is very short. I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and make longer ones in the future, but right now I have like 2 essays that I have to write, so I think that this will suffice for now. So if you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to watch my other videos in this satanic series, please subscribe and go watch those. Yeah, hail Satan.